Hey folks, and welcome back to another one. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys another gun review. Today, I'm going to be doing a gun review on the Stoeger Uplander field side-by-side shotgun. I have owned the Stoeger Uplander for about 3 seasons now, and I can confidently say that I am extremely pleased with this firearm. It has a very slick design. It's a very old-timer English design that a lot of people really like. It is a very good, cheap, side-by-side shotgun produced by Stoeger. The MSRP value for the Stoeger Uplander is $479.99 US dollars. You can find these guns on the Stoeger website. I will have a link down in the description if you're interested in looking into these a little bit more. But you can also just go to your local dealer and they'll more than likely ship one in for you, or they might already have them. These shotguns are one of the best time all-selling shotguns due to their really low price and their extreme durability. I personally own the 12 gauge Uplander in a 28-inch barrel length. The Uplander comes in a variety of gauges. You can get it in a 12 and 20 with a 2 3/4 or 3-inch chamber length with a barrel length of 26 or 28 inches. You can get it in a 28 gauge, which will have a 26-inch barrel with a 2 3/4 inch chamber length, or you can get in a 410 bore with a 2.5-inch and 3-inch chamber length, and it will have a 26-inch barrel. The overall length of the Stoeger Uplander is really matched to how the length of the barrel is. All lengths will be 42 inches overall if they have a 26-inch barrel, and they'll be 44 inches long if they have a 28-inch barrel. The average weight of the Stoeger Uplander really varies depending on the shotgun that you're buying. The higher gauges and the longer guns will usually be around 7.5 to 7.4, but the super low ones like the 410 or the 26-inch barrels will be around 7 pounds. So it really depends on which one you're getting, but they're all roughly around the same. But obviously the weight is a bit on the high end, but it does a great job at balancing out your firearm, which allows you to have very good swinging and good balance when you're aiming your gun. All Stoeger Uplanders come with a beautiful A-grade satin walnut finish and stock. And the stock has this beautiful gripping here that allows for a good handle when you're gonna go shoot your gun. It doesn't let you slip. It really gives a good grip. One downside to the Stoeger Uplander is how hard the butt pad is. It's plastic and it really digs into your shoulder, which I do not like. And when you're firing heavier loads for bigger game, it really kicks and puts a dent in your shoulder. That's why I bought this little stock pad there. So I bought it to put it on there to absorb a lot of the felt recoil. It makes it a lot nicer, and it does increase the length of the gun a bit, but I like it. When it comes to chokes, you have a variety of options to choose from. The 12 and 20 gauge will come with improved cylinder and modified screwed in immediately, but you will also get 3 additional chokes, a full, improved modified, and cylinder, so you can chase all sorts of game with a 12 and 20 gauge. A 410 bore will have 2 fixed chokes built into the gun, and the 28 gauge will have an improved cylinder and modified fixed into the gun. The gun possesses this beautiful brass bead on the end and has this amazing sight plane on the gun. It's really nice when you're aiming down the sights, shooting flushed game. The gun possesses a double trigger firing system, which is great for people who want fast reaction shooting. While a single trigger is nice, getting used to firing a double trigger is extremely easy and can really help you out when you're out hunting for birds. The gun has a tang-mounted safety, which allows for easily enabling and disabling when hunting for game, and also provides better protection for yourself and others when you're in the thick bushes hunting for woodcock, grouse, and other birds. Something neat about the tang-mounted safety, if you have it to fire, when you open the gun, it automatically pushes the tang-mounted safety back to safe. And then once you close it, you have to re-enable it to fire. So it's really nice if you're hunting with some new hunters that might not really know what they're doing. It's a very safe type of gun. The shotgun has an extractor on it that allows for easy shell removal when you're in those fast situations. While it's not as nice as an ejector, it's still nice to have these extractors to remove those shells. The receiver is precision machined to exacting tolerances, so the shotgun holds up year after year. Being a double barrel side-by-side, the magazine capacity is 2. So that's all for the components and information about the Stoeger Uplander. Now I'm just going to show you guys real quickly how the gun shoots and how the recoil looks when putting different rounds through the gun. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick 3 different shells through the Stoeger Uplander. Starting out with a 2 3/4 inch number 8 lead shot. So let's see how it shoots and how the recoil is. There's the 2 3/4 number 8. Next up, we have a 2 3/4 inch number 6 lead shot with a low brass. This is what I would use for grouse. The number 8 was for woodcock. So let's see how the 6 shoots. And lastly, we have a 3 inch number 3 steel shot with a high brass. Let's see how it shoots through the Stoeger Uplander. So those are the 3 shot shells that most people will probably be using for hunting game. The number 8 being for woodcock, the 6 being for rabbits, pheasants, grouse, and the number 3 for ducks and geese. So before the video ends, folks, I would like to give a quick sum up of the pros and cons and neutral feelings of this shotgun. So for the pros, I gotta say, the bead on the gun and the plane of sight is so nice. It really makes it easy to track birds, especially when they're flushed. The overall feel is great. It's got a nice balance to it. I love that the tang mounted safety, when it's on fire and you open the barrels, it'll automatically turn to safe. I love the wood finish to it. It's so beautiful, and those grips really help a lot. Now for the cons, I don't really have any cons for this gun. It's a very great gun. The only one thing that I don't like is the buttstock. I know a lot of people aren't really going to care about that, but for me, it really dug into my shoulder, and it really caused me a lot of pain shooting it consecutively with bigger loads, 2s and BBs. And it's like a plastic back, so that's why I ended up buying this little butt pad. Really helps a lot with the recoil. It adds about 1 inch of length, which is fine for me because I'm taller than the average person, so I actually really enjoy it like this. That's pretty much it for the cons. Now for the neutral feelings, there's 3 different things that I'm neutral about on this gun. One of them being the double trigger. The double trigger for me, I love it. It's so nice, but I know a lot of people out there strictly like using single triggers, but I really tell people, you got to give it some time. It's like learning, you know, a manual car going from an automatic. It's not the same, but it'll take you time to get used to, and you'll eventually learn. It's all muscle memory. You get the hang of it. And I really like having the double trigger, but again, not everybody's going to like it, but that's why it's a neutral feeling. Second, we have the extractors. Yes, it's great to have extractors on a shotgun because you can easily pull out those spent shells. It makes it a lot easier than having to like dig your fingernail in there. But ejectors are always going to be better. Shooting them out gets them out of there as fast as possible and allows you quicker reaction time to reload and shoot more birds if they're flushing everywhere or flying. But at the same time, you always want to make sure you pick up your shells when you're hunting. Taking those shells and putting them in your pocket is not going to cause you a lot of issues. But when they're being ejected, you can't go find them all the time, especially if you're hunting for pheasants in a field. Those bullets can easily get lost in the grass, and that's not good for habitat. So I would highly recommend people to give it a try, even with the extractors. I know some people probably want ejectors, and I admit they're nicer, but it really causes a lot of issues if you're losing your shells. And lastly, the overall weight of the shotgun is pretty heavy compared to most guns. This is probably the heaviest gun that I own. And while it's nice for the balancing and it's nice for absorbing recoil, it is a very big pain to carry this gun all day. If I'm hunting woodcock or grouse in the thickest woods, I don't want to be carrying around a heavy gun. So I will use it sometimes, but it's not a gun I will be using all season. It's a nice, really good gun though, overall. And I highly recommend people give it a try. For the price, you can't go wrong. There's so many more expensive shotguns out there that are basically the same quality or even less quality. So it's a very great gun. I love it to bits. I've had it for 3 seasons now, and it hasn't put me wrong once. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like, comment down below if you have any questions, and please hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot, and it would support my channel. So have a good one, guys, and take care.